Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said the actions of Turkey and Azerbaijan amounted to a terroristic attack over Nagorno-Karabakh that formed part of the continuation of Armenian genocide. "What we are facing is an Azeri-Turkish international terroristic attack," Pashinyan told Sky News. "To me there is no doubt that this is a policy of continuing the Armenian genocide and a policy of reinstating the Turkish Empire." The Armenian genocide refers to the killing of 1.5 million Armenians by the Ottoman Empire from 1915 to 1923. Turkey accepts that many Armenians living in the Ottoman Empire were killed in clashes with Ottoman forces during World War I, but contests the figures and denies that the killings were systematically orchestrated and constitute a genocide.